I'm Lanikia, and you are watching the Real Housewives of Potomac, as well as Sister Wives Review. Now, I don't want to break this show down, like I normally would on the daytime soaps, but this is a show. These two shows I have been watching them. I started off doing like a review for Potomac, but it's honestly, gosh, I don't even know how to describe how I feel about Potomac right now. It's giving me not like I want to watch the housewives to escape. I don't want to see, being down at the end of the episode, because sometimes the drama is good. Y'all know, when you're watching housewives and all this kind of stuff, you want to see a little drama, but you also want to see them having fun. And right now it's like, this is a big group, because I think that's what I've always liked about the housewives, that even when they're not getting along, they'll take a trip and everyone will at least pretend. Now they're not even trying to pretend that they don't, that they get along. So we start off where we picked up, which is Ashley and Candace going at it. And Ashley is just a mean girl. But I get it, because Candace has said things about Ashley that was disrespectful, and their friendship is not where it should be apparent. And that's apparent by the joy that you could see that Ashley got out of giving Candace this information, which I honestly don't believe is true. I feel like it's gang up on Chris. And I'm going to be honest with you. The whole Giselle and her rumors, and the friend of Ashley and her rumors, and even Ashley saying, well, Chris slid into my DMs. It looked so innocent. She said, well, I know he slid into others and it wasn't as innocent as mine. So you're saying it was innocent what he did. So, but it's just the way she delivered thank gosh, that went off. It was loud. The way she delivered the information lets you know there was malice in her heart when she did it. And if you don't want to be friends with Candace, stop pretending you want to be friends with Candace. And Candace, stop trying to have a friendship with this girl who don't like you. She's made it very clear that she does not like you. So stop it. Like, don't even come at her that way, because it is what it is at this point. So then, Lord, Candace gonna tell Ashley, instead of worrying about Chris, why don't you worry about Michael pleasuring this man? And apparently this has been going on for a long time. And then Ashley was trying to be like, oh, deflecting much? No, are you deflecting? Because the way everyone's mouths dropped and they were just in shock, I was like, I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much how it ended with them. I didn't particularly like that scene, because it was just so, I guess because of the way Ashley did it. I didn't like the way she did it, because you were just at Candace's house the day before, or maybe the day before that, kikiing it up with her and acting like y'all were friends, and a friend wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? If you're trying to build and create a friendship, then you would not do that. You would have said, hey, girl, let me pull you aside and tell you what I heard about your man. But she didn't. And then for her to say, something along the lines of, it's not fun when it's on you, is it? It's just like, girl, can't nobody help it if Michael was out here and he was out here. Like, you can't get mad and like, I don't know. Girl, worry about this divorce that's not going to happen. I don't feel like, but it might. I don't know. I don't even think they're getting divorced. Because Ashley keeps wavering. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Girl, stop. If you want a storyline, I don't know what it could be, but no one believes this. And if they do get a divorce, no one thinks Ashley is going to come out well of that divorce, just based off what we see with her and how she's moving, and how Michael still has complete control over everything. So anyways, then we see Candace goes and she speaks to Giselle. Giselle was like, look at the view. Candace was like, girl, yeah, it's cute, but come on, like, let's talk. And so she tells Giselle, why didn't you come to me and tell me you were uncomfortable? She said, because Chris said that you told him, he told you, I want to talk. Let's go in. And you said, yeah, let's go into my room to talk. And she says, no, that's not how it happened. He asked to come into my room. You know what? I am more inclined to believe that Chris actually said, hey, Giselle, I need to talk to you. I would like to talk to you in private. And she was like, yeah, sure. Let's go to my room, because I don't know. I just don't see him saying, I want to talk to you in your room. And then she has been saying, I thought my makeup people were there. So when I first heard it, I thought, oh, well, maybe she told him to come to the room because she did think her makeup and people were there. And so when she said she went in the room and found out that they were not still there, I don't know. She could have just said, oh, I thought my people were still here. They're not. So let's go ahead. Let's just talk in this hallway right here. We'll just keep it low, or let's go somewhere to talk. But I don't know. It's the way Giselle makes it come across like Chris is a pervert. He was trying to assault her. That's how she makes it. She makes it comes across. I was so uncomfortable, and she could be uncomfortable. Have been uncomfortable. She could have, but it's the way she brings it up afterwards. Like he was trying to try me. If I had married men try to try me, and he's trying to be like he's a sneaky link. Anyways, he's a sneaky link, and I'm like, but you said he did nothing. He just talked about his wife. When you asked him to leave, he left immediately. Like what made because I'm not saying she wasn't uncomfortable. I'm just saying, where do you get that he was trying to try you? Because it doesn't sound like he was doing any of this. He had a hard reunion and he felt close to you. I mean, and then we saw Chris go, and he was like, I'm uncomfortable. She was always talking about my, package and everything. And he says, I thought we had more of a friendship. I mean, it's Giselle. It's at this point, all you can say is it's Giselle. So let's move on, because I'm not going to do a full-on review of this, to be honest with you. So then we go on and we see Whitney tries to talk to Ashley, and Giselle goes and she says everything that Whitney had said. So they're all talking, and Ashley had said, and Candace had said. So they move on, and Mia meets up with Jacqueline and Sharice, and she's saying she wants to have a trip. And she's going to Miami, and she tells Sharice, you can have your own room, which Sharice is not a housewife. So I was like, but why wouldn't she share a room with someone since she's not a housewife? But okay. Because she said there's 9 girls going and there's 6 rooms. But she did invite all of the girls to go. And so Wendy is going to go because she said it's going to be a fun trip. But we do see Wendy talk about how she's not going to do the deal with Peter because it's too much money and she's stretched thin. She doesn't have any. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Mila is into it. She doesn't have any more room in her schedule to launch a new restaurant, even if it's at 20%. She just doesn't have the room to do it. She doesn't have the time management and anything to do that. And her husband agreed with her as well. So then we see who else gets to talk? We see Robin and Giselle and Ashley meet up, and Robin does say, yeah, I heard about those rumors about Michael paying this escort so that Michael could perform with the escort and everything. And I said, I mean, it's Michael. Is anybody really that surprised? Is anybody that surprised by that? So anyways, they all have their, little scenes and everything. And then Ashley goes and she meets with a lawyer. And when she meets with her lawyer, the lawyer pretty much tells Ashley, yeah, people who have the money, who have the power, who have the control, always want to push for a divorce with no lawyers. They always want to, run it through really quickly. And she said, I don't think it would be wise for you to do this LLC home with Michael because y'all are getting divorced. And he could come in later on and say, yeah, this is this is mine. And she said, so no, I don't advise that. And Ashley, I don't even know what to say. I guess she doesn't want to rock the boat. She doesn't want to cause problems. She wants to get as much as she could possibly get out of Michael. And I'm assuming she thinks, because she keeps saying, I think he'll be fair. And I guess she feels like, but if I lawyer up, then he would lawyer up, and she doesn't, I guess she feels like she wouldn't get as much if she did that because, he would fight it more. So, but girl, Michael is out here living. Like Ashley, was like he was upset about her and this, and I'm like, but every time you talk to him, he's always off somewhere else enjoying himself. I am so sorry, y'all. Mila is really like enjoying this TV show today. So I don't know, child. But anyways, they all end up going to Miami. They're going on this trip. They're disappointed because the house is not near a beach. It's not like walk off in, towards the beachfront. And they say, well, one side of the street is looking different from the other side. Then they find out their room arrangement. Sharice is upset because she's like, I have to have a bathroom. Listen, I know people will be like, oh, Sharice, just, you're invited. But listen, I am that way too. Like, I need accommodations. Like, I want my own bathroom. I want my own room. I want to be comfortable on a trip. So yeah, I completely understand what she was saying. And then they talked about Karen. Why does she have to have her own, room and everything? Is because she's older. Like Robin made that comment. And then Karen came back on Twitter and said, look, you hard 40-year-old. I'm saying not Karen, but there is a lot of stuff going on with one. So Robin might, if she's looking on hard 40s, because she is stressed to the max with everything going on with that, as well as just, she's had it tough for some years. It's looking good for her now, but it was a few years that it was tough on her. So, okay. But Karen was just like, stop always talking about my age and ageism and everything. So I get it, because they do, like, that's the one blow that they try to give to Karen. But honestly, when you look as wonderful as Karen does, I mean, is it really like, that's not a slight to me. Karen looks amazing. And I love the fact that she's like, oh, they were trying to say 41, 45. She was like, no, 5'9". Like, I'm 59. And she's already, Mia said, we're going to have fun on your birthday, because it's her birthday week or weekend. And she was already like, this is a girl's trip and my birthday just happens to fall. This isn't about me. So anyways, we move on from that, and they're all at the house. They get these, their room and everything. And it looks like, I don't know what happened. It actually changed the room that Candace was supposed to, because Candace is coming later, because she's working on her album, and she's going to end up going to Miami, because she was like, well, Trina's there, so I can work and, do something with the girls. I mean, double book yourself. I hear you. So she's like, so I'll just do that. So Candace is not there. And so they have room cards, and Ashley takes Candace's room card. And I don't know if she changed it or what, but I guess Wendy and Candace are supposed to stay in the same room. And I'm like, the room is very small. The room is very small. How are the two of them going to be able to be in this little room? But I mean, honestly, y'all got enough money to get up and pack your bags and be like, yeah, I'm going to a hotel, and enjoy yourselves there. And then just meet up with the girls like Sharice is doing. Cause she says, I'm not being in a room with no bathroom. I'm going to put myself where I want to be. Y'all have dinner. I'll meet up with you some other time. And I'm surprised at me. I thought the house is beautiful, but I thought it was going, the house is beautiful, but I thought it was going to be more, and it's gorgeous. But I'm surprised, like, she didn't find something that could accommodate them all, because I mean, honestly, when the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills go, they go in style. Like, they really go on these trips. But anyways, I don't know, child. But that's when they're all there and everything. And the next thing you know, Mia calls up Peter, and she's telling Peter, we're going to come by your club, because I guess he has a spot in Miami. And she says, it's going to be 8 of us. And he's like, cool. And she's naming off. And then she gets to Wendy, and he says, yeah, tell Wendy I have a beef with her. And I said, Peter, don't nobody care. You're just probably mad because this girl said, no, I don't want to do this club with you. But it is what it is. Like, you already, it was just an idea. I thought, I didn't know it was like concrete. She needed to pay money. But anyways, we see on the preview that Mia and Wendy are like, Mia attacks Wendy. And so I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But that was Potomac. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. Let's move on to Sus. This is my show, y'all. And honestly, I am so happy that Christine is getting out of this mess with Cody, because honestly, I cannot stand Cody. He is such a narcissist, and the way he treats them is to me, when Cody got with Robin, he really forgot he had other wives. And I guess it's because she was new and she was, all that baggage and everything. For him, she didn't come with that. And so, anyways, Christine is leaving Cody. And this is what this whole season episode was about, she's leaving him, and she told them the house is sold, so she's going to Utah in a week. And they're disappointed in this because they wanted her to stick around, but she was not happy. So why would you want someone to stick around that's not happy? Well, like, what is she suffering for? It's not going to get better. And that's how she looked at it. This is not going to get better. So why would I stay with this man and it's not getting better? Because baby, she had already kicked Cody out the house. You can't be in here with me. She had already kicked him out of the house, out of her bedroom. And you know what? I couldn't understand why Cody was so upset, because the wives have said he really didn't hang around them anyways. And he's not upset about Mary, and Mary, why are you still there? Why are you still there? Like, Mary is on this porch as a sister wife. I said, but Cody has already said if she found someone else, he wouldn't be mad. I said, girl, leave this man alone. He does not want you. He's proven over the years he doesn't want you. What are you hanging on for? You have your own business with the bed and breakfast. You could leave. And he even told her, oh, you're going to live there now? You're going to stay there? Cody is so disrespectful. He's so disrespectful, but she lets him treat her that way. So you let him treat you that way. So they're all on this porch, and Christina's told them, I'm leaving, and Mary is stewing because she's so upset. And I feel like, Mary, this doesn't have anything to do with you being mad that Christine is leaving because she's breaking up the family. This has to do with, it doesn't make sense for you to stay. If this woman over here is leaving and Cody is putting up a big fight about it, he's making a big fuss about it, and she is leaving, but she says, I don't give a care, I'm still leaving, then it begs the question, why are you still there? And I think that's why Mary doesn't want Christine to really leave. And that's really what she's upset with, because it's making no sense for her, Mary, to still be there. What are you still there for? And then she's looking at Cody pitch this big fit, and he's so angry and he's so resentful and he's so upset because Christina's leaving him. But for you, he's just like, you could go. He's just like, you could go. I mean, it's nothing. So because of that, it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's disrespectful, but Mary continues to stay. So then we see, as Christine is leaving, even Robin becomes emotional. Now, Robin is emotional to me because Robin don't want this kind of relationship with Cody, because she's made it very clear, I did not marry Cody to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't want him at my house all the time. I think she said that last season. I don't want him here all the time. I wanted sister wives, and I wanted, I don't want to be the only wife with Cody. Well, that's what it looks like. You're going to be the only wife, because Janelle over here doing her own thing. She's just like, I'm going to move on this land. And Cody's like, I can't tell her anything. I can't stop her from doing anything. Well, I mean, that's why they run over you, because you don't even try. You're not trying to be any type of a leader. And Cody, you can fool them, but you're not fooling me. You don't want to be any type of a leader to them. And the only one you are with is Robin, is because that's the only one you really want. And you're upset about Christine, but the only real reason you're upset about Christine, I think, that she's leaving and she says she's divorced you, is because she took that power away from you. She's like, you're not running my life. I'm going to go out and I'm going to be happy. Because to be quite honest with you, he says he's not attractive. But Christine, over these last few seasons, when she finally started making the decision to leave Cody, she looks great. Like she's looked like you could tell she's dressing better. She's dropped a few pounds, which that doesn't make you look great, but she's dropped a few pounds. She's wearing her hair nice, like she looks nice. She could go out, like she's 49. She still has life in her to go out and meet someone and have a, I mean, they might not have kids, but her kids are grown and she's still raising the little one, so they could still go out and do stuff and be happy. She could still be happy. And I feel like Cody knows that. And that's the real reason that he's like that. But Robin is all upset about Christine leaving. And so she's trying to feel Christine out. Like she says, so the women that you've had relationships, like the people that, how are these relationships going to work now that you're leaving? Because Christine is very close to Janelle. She said, but what about the rest of us? Or do you want to like try to continue on, or do you want space? And Christine said, I want space. I said, dang. She was like, Christine is just being honest. I don't have a relationship with you or Mary. I don't need one. Like for right now, there's no need to have one. And so Robin's feelings are hurt about that. And Mary was like, well, I should just get up and leave. Ma'am, you should just leave this whole lifestyle completely as far as being in it with Cody. Not lifestyle, but you should just leave this whole life, this family life that you have with them, because they don't like, they could take you or leave you. And especially if Cody is treating you that way, like you could still be whatever you are to the children, to the other wives, but Cody says he doesn't want you, so why are you staying? Like, it doesn't have to be Christine saying she doesn't want to like build any type of more of a relationship with you that makes you leave. It should be like nobody really cares. Like during the pandemic, she was by herself. And Cody didn't really care about spending the night. I don't even think he spends the night or anything with her anymore. And so then Robin was just like, okay. So she was like, so what I'm in her confessional. So what she's saying is that she doesn't care about trying to build a relationship with me, because they don't have one. And I'm like, well, why would she try to build one after she leaves Cody? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you're going to really be calling up Robin after you leave Cody? Would Christine really be calling you up after she left Cody and to chit chat? If y'all are not chit chatting here, that doesn't make sense. And so Janelle is pretty much, she's out of it because she's going to do what she wants to do. And I honestly think if anything happens, Janelle will be the next one to leave, because I don't think Mary will ever go anywhere. And Robin pretty much has a good relationship with Cody. So I think it would be Janelle would be the next person to leave. Because, she's pretty much said, Janelle's children and Christine's children are very close. And I don't know. I think Janelle, she wants to be on the property. She wants to build, but nobody else is really moving towards that. So I don't know, y'all. But then Christine starts saying, she doesn't want that relationship. So then Cody starts going off on her saying, you've always been mean to Robin. You never try to build anything with Robin. You've been nasty to her. And I can't believe I've wasted all these years. It's like a stab in the kidney. I said stab in the kidney, but stab in the kidney because I wasted all this love on you. And I said, Cody, you're just mad because this woman don't want you no more. And she said, I don't want you. This is what this is all about. Christine has made up in her mind, I do not want to be with Cody anymore. And he's upset because you're not supposed to leave him. He's supposed to discard you like he does Mary, because that's how narcissists do. Like, he's just having a tantrum. He's just having a narcissist tantrum. And he's upset because she took her power back and said, listen, you're not going to treat me this way. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not Mary. I'm not going to sit here and let you treat me this way and just take it. And I think one of the last straws for her was when Isabella had to have that surgery and Cody would not go. He was like, they acting like I just didn't want to go, but I couldn't miss work. You're telling me they wouldn't give you 3 days off, 4 days off, or you could have went there at the surgery and then came back home. Like, stop it. You're not going to sit here and act like, oh, I just couldn't miss it. But I think that was the last straw. And so he feels like that everyone has ruined his relationship with his children. But we've seen the children come on here and just say they don't have a relationship with him. They just don't. And it doesn't look like it's anything that the mothers have done. It looks like it's what Cody has done, that they don't have this relationship. So he gets all upset and gets emotional. And Mary's so happy that he told her off. I said, girl, he don't even have an ounce of this type of energy towards you. Go somewhere else. And Janelle is just like, he wants to rule. She said, we didn't agree to get married and he ruled everything. That's not what we agreed on. And Janelle is so strong-willed. I don't believe they agreed on that. I'm sorry. She is so strong-willed and does what she wants to do and is headstrong. I just don't believe that they agreed on that. But anyways, after he has his little outburst, Robin gets up and she's like, I just can't right now. I can't say anything right now. I'm so upset. Like, why? Y'all don't have a relationship. Why? She said, because I thought, she was thinking that Christine would change her mind. And even though Christine has said multiple times, no, I'm not. I'm not changing my mind. We've not had a great relationship for years. And I'm not going to let it be changed at the last minute and then go back to exactly what it was. I'm happy. She's happy. She's sad. She's moving away, but from the family, but she's also happy. I think she's happy to have a fresh start. So then we see that they all end up leaving, and Janelle hugs Christine, and Cody's upset. He's like, she's comforting her. She didn't give me any comfort. Well, Cody, she don't want to. Like, that's what it is. She doesn't want to give you any comfort. You're a jerk, and you come across as a jerk to them, so she doesn't want to. And she's closer right now to Christine. So anyways, Christine ends up, she's going to continue to pack, and she's leaving. And then we see later on where Cody, he meets with Janelle, and she's on the property and she's trying to get things together because she wants to build on this property. And he says, well, we have to pay off the property taxes before anyone can build. Sorry, my sinus. It's before anyone can build on the property. And Janelle is like, well, I have to do something. I have to come out here and do something. And Cody is just like, I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah. Because he was like, she's going to do what she wants to do and she's not going to listen. And Janelle is just like, when I got the rental home, it wasn't big enough. So I moved into another one. And then he got upset about it, but it had more space. She said, so now I'm moved out onto this property. And she's trying. Janelle is really trying. She wants to build. And I guess being on the property makes her have something to look forward to. But she also said, I helped, because Janelle worked. And she said, I helped get that house for Robin. And I put into the fund. We had this money in this funds and we used it to get the house for Robin. We used it to get the house for Christine. So she's like, so where's the funds for me? So that we could do what we need to do. And Cody's making excuses about why they don't have the funds. And she says, no, there's the amount, the funds are in there. But Cody says they're not, I guess, in there. They're there, but I guess they have it allocated for something else or just so the funds won't run out. And she's like, well, we didn't care about that when other people, she wants something for her. Because she says, I've made the mistake of getting myself in a position that if I want to leave, I have nothing to leave my children with. I have nothing to, if something happens to her, she has nothing to pass down to her children. And I understood that. And I said, okay, I get it. And I don't know. That's one of the things you have to think about when you're going into the polygamous life. Like, how are you going to divide assets? How are you all going to do this? And they try to say, well, her name is on it, on some of the assets or whatever. But Janelle is saying, no, I don't have anything to leave to them, solely to leave to them, where it's just my name and it's my things leaving to my children. And I get it. I understand what she's talking about. But y'all, that's really all I had to say about this whole episode. because really it's about Christine and Cody and how she's leaving him and he doesn't want her to leave. He's disappointed that she's leaving him. I will see you next week for another recap of Sister Wives and Real Housewives of Potomac and any other show that I'm kind of watching and just want to do like a recap over. It's very informal. As you see, I don't have pictures or anything. But thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.